Hello there, and thank you for watching this testimonial video with Sheila. Sheila is just completing the last round of Prosperity Posse, and she's been amazing in this class and had so many great results and has just really taken on her business in a new way. So Sheila, why don't you just tell them what your business is?
My business right now is called Health Tip Girl, and through the Prosperity Posse course, I've also incorporated a more hands-on approach, and I've developed a system that I call spa sessions, which are soul passion alignments.
Yes. So Sheila's amazing. We've actually gotten the chance to do some work together, and I've experienced her work, and she does DNA reprogramming and this body communication and hands-on body work, and it's phenomenal. So Sheila, what would you say is the biggest result that you've gotten inside of Prosperity Posse?
There is so much I could say about that. And the one thing that stands out right now in this moment is a level of confidence that I hadn't had before. I mean, definitely there's systems in place that I have that I hadn't had before. But the actual energetic shifting that occurs from doing your course and just being in your field of energy and listening to the podcasts or whatever you want to call them, modules that we have, your live modules. It is such an energetic upgrade that I kind of knew would happen, but not to this level did I realize that it would happen.
Thank you so much. And so describe for a moment, because the ladies that are watching this video are the ones that are considering Prosperity Posse. And so describe where you were at before Prosperity Posse and what had you choose to be in this course with me?
Okay, so where I was at, I was in a really vulnerable stage where I knew that a shift needed to occur, and I thought it was going to be more on my online business. Of like marketing or systems or creating funnels. And I was just in a place where I wasn't really seeing how I could be of contribution to the best way, in a way that would also bring me money. Mm-hmm. And so I was wanting to, what would I say? I was just searching, like I'd been praying, I was calling it in. I was like, okay, there's got to be something else. I'm missing something. Mm-hmm. So I'd say that's where I was, honestly. Like I was just ready for another phase of me to begin. And I could feel it, but I didn't know what it was. And then I knew, like, when I met you, I knew that I was like, oh, this is such a resonance. This feels so good. Just the frequencies were matched. I'm a very frequency person. Like I consider myself an energy flow specialist. So being empathic, it's just like I feel a lot. And let's see. There's so many. Help me out, Julie, because there's so many ways I could go. Did I answer your question already? Because I could go for a while.
So I remember the question was like, where were you before Prosperity Posse? And I just remember you had a lot of cooks in the kitchen. So you had a lot of advice coming in, a lot of different, directions for your business and so many smart people around you. But sometimes that can be overwhelming. It's like, oh, we need to do this. We need to build this marketing funnel. And inside of Prosperity Posse, it's all about getting very simple. It's like, where's the money coming in? Can we build this signature process? And so let's see. So the biggest reason why was because you felt that like the vibrational resonance was working with me, but was it a scary choice? Like, was that a big deal for you to say yes to this?
It was a big deal because of the financial commitment. So for me, what happens when I make such a big financial commitment, I know I'm going to have a radical shift because that's just the way that energy works for me. So I was like, oh, here, I've done it before. And if I can just segue, this is one of the biggest things I want to or share with anyone who's considering this. I've done super high level transformative work. I've bought into like thousands of dollars worth of programs. And I haven't gotten results in the way that I did with you, Jolie. And so, yes, an energetic match I think is really important. That's what I've learned. But that's what I love about you is that I think you actually have taken the time to create something where you can hone in almost magnetize the people who are going to be such a good match for you, and then show up in like the biggest way. I remember this program that I took back in like maybe 2013. I invested $5,000 with, and I was expecting big results. I wanted big results for that. And honestly, I'll just say that the half an hour moment that I got with her one-on-one was one of the most disappointing things that had ever happened to me, in like, oh my God, I thought you were a mentor. I thought you cared about my success. And so my relationship with you, my experience with you has been like, oh my God, Jolie really cares about your success so much that she only takes a few number of people. And that attracted me right away. I was like, what? There's only a few of us? Oh, okay. I want to jump on board. And then after that, just like pumping out information for us. And then actually, I felt like you actually took the time to truly, genuinely care about our success. And I think that makes a huge difference in like when you hire a coach. You know, there's all different types of coaches. I can think of when I was in swimming growing up, you know, on the high school team in college. It's like, sure, you have a coach who can tell you everything to do, but when you actually get that coach that like gets into your heart and cares about you, all of a sudden your confidence raises and you're like, yeah, I can do it. And I feel like that's one of your golden gems that you have. So if anyone's considering it, I mean, of course, there's a lot more I could say, but that Jolie really cares. She's showing up strong for you. And if you're open to making changes, I'm not going to say like it's easy. You've got to do the work yourself. But if you're ready and you feel that little inkling of like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next level of myself, Jolie can do it.
Thanks for that, dear. You know, really, this is the course I always wanted for myself. So I'm just creating what would have been the most contribution to me when I first started. So let me ask you, what has been the biggest transformation around like asking for money, building high-end proposals, and like being in this multiple 4-figure contract arena? Like, was that new? And like, what came up for you around that?
That was new. And it's interesting because I've kind of always had a high value of myself. And so I've always believed that I could make a lot of money, but it was coming into a place that felt really resonant and good. Repeat your question one more time. I want to make sure I'm clearly answering it. Please.
What was the biggest breakthrough you had around high income proposals, high-end proposals?
Okay. So I would say the energetics inside myself, to be honest. Mm-hmm. It was learning how I hadn't yet matched the frequency that I could carry in myself, that I knew in my mind's eye I believed about myself, but I hadn't like unlocked the blocks that were still in myself about it. And to be honest, I'm still working through it. I mean, we're in like week 11 and I've had all these different phases throughout it and make giant leaps. And then I'm like, whoa, that's so scary. And I go through like this massive readjustment and then I catch on and I get going again. And I think that's just part of the process of any course. Mm-hmm. So I would say that I recognize I've made a lot of growth. Definitely it's feeling that I am prosperous and recognizing that what I've created is amazingly valuable. In fact, I just did an intro session right before here, and it's just amazing. It's amazing watching people's responses to what you've helped me create. And so I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. And so when I first met you, Sheila, you knew that you wanted to do this. You knew you wanted to serve clients one-on-one, but we sort of put a structure to it and you were able to say like, this is the process I'm going to walk you through. And we go into this thing around signature process so you can really show your clients what they're going to get at the end of a program with you so they can see the result, they can see the outcome, and they have the right to choose that. And so, like, what inside of Prosperity Posse was maybe in like an unexpected learning or an unexpected benefit that you didn't know you were going to get?
Unexpected learning. I'm not sure. I don't have a clear answer for that one yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Anything that surprised you about you in the process?
well, in December, what surprised me was uh, how deep I went into the depths of my darkness, I think, to like clear something. And I know that there's a lot of energy going on in December, and so it might not have been just the course, but I'm sure a lot of it was. And so I guess that would be the one thing that I would advise people, or that I would share, is that even though I knew that there was going to be some energy transformation, it tended to surprise me of how deep it went. It was really, really deep.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's a big transformation, saying yes to your big soul's work. And so the last thing here, what would you say to the woman who is still deciding if this is right for her, but just like feeling scared and feeling anxious, and it's a, big financial commitment? Like, what would you say to the woman who's still considering it?
Okay. I would say really feel into your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Really feel into your energy and those soft, subtle whispers. It can feel scary and it can feel big, but if there's a part of you that's getting that frequency of like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes. Like, oh my God, this would be amazing. Just to trust that, Jolie has set up a system that you literally can follow. Let her guide you. She will do it. And then just show up solidly for it. So if you're ready to do the work and you know that it's going to be work, like this isn't kindergarten, this is college level, this is school, right? So if you're like, oh, I don't know, I just don't think I can do it, maybe take some time and think about it. But if you're like, whoa, yeah, I'm ready, and when I tune into myself and I feel my heart, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. And yeah, the money is scary, but that's okay. That's part of it.
Thank you so much for that. I think that's such key information, because a lot of the women I talk to, they're talking to their parents, they're talking to their boyfriend, they're talking to their friends, they're talking to their current coaches, and there's just so much noise. But we just need to tune in and feel like, is this a yes for me? And you'll know if it's a yes, and you'll know if it's a no, and to trust yourself in that decision. So again, Sheila, I'm so excited for you to see what you create now, and to see you own your value as a coach and as a healer, a profound healer and energy worker, has been such a great pleasure for me. So happy coach over here. And thank you so much for doing the work and being on this journey.
You're welcome. Thank you for showing up and being you and creating this system. And really, like, your sweet energy and your genuine heart is so felt. So, and it's been strong throughout this entire process. You showed up fully, and that is hard to do for a coach. So thank you, Jolie. You're doing a great job. And I can even see like how you're growing as you do this, and you bring that growth into every new module. And that's what also inspires me. I love connecting with people who aren't stagnant and like they're like, oh, I've created a system and this is all you need to do. No, it's like constantly inspiring and growing and learning. And I see that you share that with every single time. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
You're welcome.